everybody. I'm Pearl.
I'm Bob, and we are just passing through.
And this is our next exit.
Come and join us.
And you'd be joining us at Whalers Rest in South Beach, Oregon.
And you'll be meeting a couple of nicest folks we've met in the whole Pacific Northwest.
Charles and Abbey.
Yeah, and the 35-foot Class
Tiffin,
A.
Class A, Tiffin, Allegro,
Open road. Yeah, it's the perfect, seems to be perfect all around RV for the full-time lifestyle. It checks all the boxes, I think, for a vast majority of folks.
And you have to wait and see. It is a gorgeous little coach.
I mean, we introduced you to
Scott.
Terry and Cindy.
Yes.
They have a 25-foot Winnebago, perfect for them.
And Scott and Tammy. And they have a 40-foot
Toy hauler,
toy hauler.
perfect for them.
Absolutely.
We've got our Class A 42-foot Monaco, perfect for us. We love it. But this one checks a whole lot more boxes for more people.
Yes, it does.
I don't want to go over all of it because they're going to talk about it in the interview. Give you a little background. We met Charles and Abbey in Long Beach, remember? And it's a real crowded little campground.
Oh, yes.
When you see it, you would say, why would anybody want to stay there? But it's because the ocean's only
It's just
300
so
yards away.
close to the ocean.
Yeah.
Nice beach.
Beautiful beach.
Beautiful beach.
But we backed into our spot, and Charles is sitting out in his front yard, and he says, hey, I think I know you. We're hearing that a lot anymore. And we got to talking, and they're just a great couple. We went out to eat with them several times while we was there.
Yeah, we've had them over for dinner. We've been over to their house for dinner, and like we said, gone out to eat.
Yeah.
Enjoyed
When
the
you're camped
company.
that close together and you got all your sewer connections all together, you got to be friends pretty quick. If somebody's raising a stinking camp, you know who it is real quick. But then we met them in Seaside, but instead of back to back, we were nose to nose. They were just right across the street.
Across the street.
And so that made it handy. We had just more people to go out and have dinner with and stuff.
Yes.
And then now we're at Whalers Rest. Whalers Rest has got 2 sections.
Yes.
And they're in the north section. They've got internet and cell phone service and stuff. We were there last time we were here, but this time we're in the, we couldn't get a spot over there, so we're on the south side. But we've got our directional antenna up, so that's helping, and we're getting internet. Our phones are not working too good, although I just got a call from the insurance company. Thanks, Joe, the computer guy. You're right. It was a lower bid on the RV insurance, about $300.
Thank you.
Yeah. But anyway, we're getting off track. Let's get back to the video. Come and meet Charles and Abbey. So welcome everybody. We're here with Charles and Abbey inside the beautiful 2010 Allegra open road RV. What is this, like 37 foot?
It's 35 foot.
35 foot.
Okay.
It is huge. It's wonderful. How did you end up picking? Did you do a lot of shopping? Was it hard to find this one?
Abby, you tell him.
Where was that? Was that La Mesa?
Yes.
And we were looking, and I just started reading about Tiffins, and I thought they sounded like they were well made, so we went with the Tiffin.
Did you have any preferences on size? Did you know what size you was going to get, or or the floor plan?
Not really.
We knew we wanted below 35 or less. Just because we thought it'd be easier to get into national parks, even though we really don't go into a lot of national parks, and you
Yet.
can always stay outside and drive in.
Yeah.
But at the time, that was our thinking.
And it's a good option.
Yes.
Now, have you had several RVs in the past, or what's
Yes, we had our first RV back in '86 was a 1969 Ford Shasta Class C, which we were so excited. We bought that and fixed it up, spent more money than we should have on fixing it up. We had that for probably...
Did you still have kids at home and stuff?
Yes,
Yeah.
they were little, and that was our first experience.
They
and
loved that.
They loved it, and we loved it. And after we did that, we were like hooked. And then we had that for, I don't know, 4 years, and then we sold our house in Sacramento and moved to Arizona, and so we had to get rid of the RV. And then when we were living in Arizona, we bought a 92 Fleetwood Flare used, had that for 10 years, put about 26,000 miles on that one, and then sold that one.
Y'all got that's a lot of experience. That's a lot of RVs
It
in
is.
time.
Yes, we've just enjoyed it so much.
So did you always think that maybe you would full-time sometime, or is this something that you just had a moment and said, wow, what do you think?
No, we always thought
Did
someday
you?
we wanted to do this.
Oh, how cool.
Yeah, that was our plan all through our working career. When we finally made the decision that we're winding down on our working and everything, we sold our house, rented a condo for 2 years, and then got out of that and bought the motorhome and planned on hitting the road March 1st of 2017.
Nice.
And that's when you started, Mark. That's
Yes.
when you did start. Any regrets? Has it been weird living in a home on wheels?
We love it.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yes, no regrets at all. The only regret, I wish I had sold our house sooner and moved into the RV sooner while we were still both employed. That would have been neat, just to be able to try to
Pay the RV off.
pay the RV off before we hit full time. It's the only debt we owe is the RV. Everything else is paid off. So.
I'll be darned.
So did you have, was there like because you seem pretty young. What gave you the courage to retire? And are you still in your 50s?
I'm 58 and Abby's 61 and 9 months and 16 days.
So for most people, that's kind of young to retire, or it's a good start. Most
It
of the
is.
viewers, I think, are in their mid-50s, and they're all saying just a few years, but did...
The catalyst was, Abby, you can tell them about your work.
Well, my supervisor passed away, and her manager then became my manager, and it was just not good. I've had enough. I worked for an insurance company for almost 25
Health
years.
insurance?
No,
Oh.
commercial.
Oh, okay.
And so I told Charles I can't do this anymore. And
And I thought if she's not working, then I'm not working. So even though I was...
We're a team. We do this
That's
together.
right. Even though I'm 3 years younger than her, I thought, well, we might as well get started and do it 3 years early, and or 2 years early, because we were going to continue working for a couple more years. And so March 1st, we actually had everything sold, got rid of everything, and we are sitting outside our friend's house. The next day, we're hitting the road full time, and about 2 weeks prior to that, we were finishing up our doctor appointments, and Abby's doctor prescribed x-ray of some kind for heart, and I just, asked her doctor, hey, could I get that too? So she said, sure. So I did, and then we didn't think any more about it, and then, so we're over our friends, we get a phone call from the doctor, and they told Abby, everything looks great, but on mine, they go, Charles, there's a spot on your lung, you really shouldn't go anywhere. We need to find out what this is. So it was like a kick in the gut, because we, here we're like, we're ready to do this, and we've gotten rid of everything. And so we ended up staying 2 weeks in front of their house, hooked up, and went through more tests, and then they determined that I actually had Hodgkin's lymphoma. And so our whole trip plans were put on hold for 4 months while I went through treatment. So even though we were officially full-time March 1st in the RV, we were living out of it, we didn't technically hit the road
July 1st.
till July 1st.
So that brings up a
2017.
unique question, which is probably, for our viewers, one of their biggest bumps.
Medical insurance.
Medical. You just quit your jobs.
Yep.
You're too young for Medicare.
Right.
Did
Yep.
you have insurance? Or?
Yes, well, and the crazy thing is, we were both healthy our whole lives pretty much. And so I'm thinking this isn't going to be an issue. We're going to just sign up for MediShare, which is a monthly, you pay monthly. It's a lot cheaper. We had
Is that one of the religious things?
Yes.
Where
Yeah.
A group of people formed together?
And they have all different kinds, but
We got it for catastrophe.
for catastrophe, we had a
Uh-huh,
$10,000 deductible, and so I'm thinking, no problem, we're never going to use this.
Sure
And
enough.
so, I called them. I only had it for a month, and prior to that, we had excellent insurance. I called them up, and they're like, well, Charles, we can't allow you to have treatment till we find out whether you're pre-existing or not. Meaning they have to have all the records from all the doctors and everything. And they said that it'll take about 2 months. And meanwhile, I had gone to through a doctor, medical oncologist, and they wanted to start chemo on me right away. And my daughter was able to get me into the Mayo Clinic for a second opinion. I wasn't even going to do the second opinion. And after seeing them, they're like, we can get this with radiation. So,
Excellent.
it saved us because I was supposed to have this pick put in the next
Yeah.
day and start. So that, I know I'm going in a lot of tangents, but long story short was, we had 10 days left to sign up for Cobra
Oh, yeah. Through my work.
through Abby's
Uh-huh.
old work, and that saved us.
Oh, you did get it?
Yes, because if
Well,
we
the Mayo wanted to start treatment
Right away.
and the Medishare was
Was
wanting us
telling
to
us
wait.
2 months.
2
So
months.
So you didn't do the
Yeah.
Medishare?
We did both.
We did
Oh, you
both.
did?
we had that, we still
Then they
had.
became secondary.
Yeah, they became secondary insurance, so we're paying like $2,000 a month in premiums for medical
Wow.
For both.
for
yeah.
both. You know,
For both of you too?
for
Yes,
both of us,
yes.
right? But to have Medishare and to have
United Healthcare.
United Healthcare, which was a godsend, we were paying that much. Plus, there was stuff that like Medishare would say it's not
Not covered under their
approved.
guidelines.
Yeah, by board guidelines, you know. So it was a really difficult time, very stressful and expensive. But the only thing I could recommend if you're planning on doing this lifestyle is make sure you've got all your medical in order as far as your health
Right.
way in advance before. Because if we'd have known this, I never would have. She wouldn't have quit, and I wouldn't have quit
Well,
Right.
but that's
till that was all resolved.
Yeah.
Right.
Because as it was, we were it was a really tough situation to be in.
And that's what I think a lot of us have. Once you get on Medicare, you kind of pass the finish line.
Yeah,
But a lot of our viewers, I think, are in that window of the 5 years before Medicare and stuff.
right.
Some of them decide to risk it, tough it out, and just hope nothing happens.
Yes,
And then some of them just pay a huge premium.
and we have met both sides.
Yeah.
We've met our viewers that are doing $1,800 a month for the insurance,
Wow.
and then we've met our viewers that don't have any our
They just cross
insurance.
their
Yeah.
fingers.
Yes. And
Wow.
I would not recommend not having insurance. I'm not insured right now because I'm pre-existing. And when I went under Obamacare last year, but because I had to pay so much in medical deductible bills that I still had outstanding, it put us over the.
Oh, you had to draw money out of your savings, and that showed
Yeah, we
his
took a
income.
ton of money out of our IRA to pay off all the medical bills, but in doing that, we didn't qualify for Obamacare without paying, $2,500 a month or whatever. So we're hoping next, January 1st, we can get back on Obamacare, so I'll be covered again. Because Abby's under another Liberty Share, I believe it is, right? And so she's covered, but they wouldn't cover me because that makes
Liberty Share, is what you
Mhm.
call it. And you would recommend it? Have you used
I
it?
haven't used it at all.
Oh, okay.
It was
So-
recommended to us, and we've not, needed it, thank goodness.
Yeah.
Thank goodness. Yes.
Yeah. So.
Where all have y'all traveled? So you've been doing it for almost 3 years. Have y'all you stayed just on the West Coast, or you traveled the country, or
Yeah,
We did the full circle.
have you?
Mm-hmm.
Now, what kind of campgrounds you stay? Are you Thousand Trails, or you
Mostly
just
1,000
independent?
trails, but while we crossed the country, it was private parks.
But
Yeah,
you do
we-
have the 1,000 Trails?
Yes, we have the elite membership, which is great. In fact, we couldn't afford to do this if we didn't have
Right.
1,000
Yeah,
trails.
there's a lot of us.
Yeah,
in that
I
way.
mean, when
Exactly.
you look at average park prices, are like $50 a night.
Yes.
And so we became elite members. We got it through a broker for a discounted price, which was great. And then, of course, you pay the yearly fee, which is, I think for us, it's about
Is it six?
seven with the trails collection.
Mhm.
And so that's been great. And we the first year that we started full time, we went all the way up to Washington, came back down to Arizona where we're from, and then the next year we did the whole country. Went through all the way down to Key West in Florida, and then all the way up to New York, Boston, all the way over to Niagara Falls.
Yeah, you like Niagara Falls?
Oh,
Oh, we
beautiful.
loved it.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was one of the highlights.
Yeah.
Yes.
And now we're back here in Oregon again.
So you like the Pacific Northwest pretty good.
The best.
We love it.
Yeah.
And the 1,000 Trails parks, I mean, do they meet your standard? Do you find them a little rustic, or you think it's just great?
You know, a lot of people complain about them. I'm a happy camper if I've got full hookups.
Yeah?
Exactly.
How do you find them, sweetie? What do you
I-
think about 1,000 Trails?
I like 1,000 Trails. I would rather be in 1,000 Trails than paying anywhere from
Yes.
$60 to $100+
I
a night.
agree.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I agree.
And we don't use the showers
happy.
and the restrooms and really
We don't
the
either.
activity
No,
center.
yeah,
We're in our
yeah.
motorhome and our friends' motorhomes, and
Yeah.
they're local.
That's us.
I only use the showers if I get in an argument with Abby and she kicks me out. And I sleep in the car then.
You all scrunched up in the car.
Good luck.
So, what was your biggest RV before this? This is how many feet? 30.
It's
35.
34 feet 11 inches.
So 35 feet
It's
long.
35.
Like yours.
Was your other RV over 30
It was
feet?
26 foot.
26.
So was this a
26.
big
Oh.
adjustment from that to this?
Well, this one has slides. The other one
Oh,
didn't.
I'm sorry, driving.
Oh, driving.
Driving, actually no,
No?
not
Did
really.
you drive the other one?
No.
No. So it wasn't an adjustment at
No.
all.
She just had to walk a little shorter distance to the bathroom while we're driving down the road.
So your other ones did not have slides.
No.
So that's how our other ones didn't have slides either. And
Exactly.
What a
slides are just
difference.
awesome.
Yes.
I mean, those Airstreams look so nice, but there's no slides.
No. Oh.
Do you do Walmart camping, boondocking, any of that kind of stuff?
I won't do it. I don't feel comfortable staying in a Walmart. You know, it's probably safe and everything, but for me, I
He
wouldn't.
wants to be in a campground.
I wouldn't be able to get any sleep. I'd be up all night just listening,
Oh.
looking out the window. But Abby keeps saying I need to do it, and I'm sure we will at some point.
How about washer dryer? Do you have one, or do you want one, or?
We didn't have one, and we just got one. Was it 4 months ago?
Mhm.
Love it.
Yeah?
I only
Yes.
had room for the combo, but I don't care. I love it.
So that's a washer and dryer combined into one
Correct.
unit.
Exactly.
Okay.
It's
So did you have a place that just slid right in, or?
Yeah.
No, well, they had to make it.
Yeah.
We had to have it custom.
We had a little closet, but they had
They tore all that out, took out the TV that was there, put the washer dryer combo in it. It was quite a job for them, and they did a great
they had to
job.
plumb it and everything.
Was it plumbed?
No,
for,
no.
so it
No,
wasn't
they
even
had to plumb
plumbed
it,
for.
yeah.
Oh wow.
And the neat thing was, okay, it cost us about $4,000 to have that put in, but we were paying $60 a month
Yeah.
to do wash at
A
the.
lot.
$60. Yeah, that adds
Yeah.
up.
So we're like,
Yeah.
hey, in about 3.5 years, we'll almost break even on it, you know, and not have to take everything, lug it to the.
But I'm sure in Abby's mind,
Yeah.
we're way ahead of
Oh,
the game.
we are
Oh,
way
yeah.
ahead of the
Oh,
game.
he loves it because he doesn't have to do
I don't have to do
anything.
anything now.
Oh, there you go.
So I do like that.
Yes.
Do you spend a lot? I noticed when we came in, you have a barbecue grill out here on the picnic table. Do you spend a lot of time outside? Do y'all cook outside and stuff? or-
We actually don't spend
We-
time outside. He
side.
just does the barbecue
Yeah.
out there.
I love barbecuing. I used to have a smoker, and I used to love doing all that stuff. So I miss the smoking part. But we probably cook, 4 out of 5 days are
Using the barbecue. you
using
mean?
the barbecue. Yeah.
Really?
Uh-huh. As far as being outside, we like to walk around. I like to meet people, but we don't sit outside of our rig very much because it's too much of a hassle for me to take the chairs out from under our bed and put them out there. So in that respect, we don't spend that much time out there. It's more that we should, but we don't.
Especially some of these beautiful places.
Yes.
How about downsizing? Did y'all have any problems with that, or do you have any tips to share with? Did that go smooth?
It did, but it was funny. At different points, each one of us was like, "Oh my gosh, what are we doing?" This is really happening. But now I don't miss any of it.
Really?
Yeah.
We miss our hot tub. That's the only
Yeah.
thing I think we
Oh,
Too
miss.
bad we couldn't haul that.
And my
Right.
smoker.
And you're smoking.
Yeah.
And
But other than that, we don't miss anything else, and it was really easy for us
Yeah.
to just get rid of it all.
The kids didn't really want anything.
the hardest part was actually trying to get rid of it all. I mean, people, nice. We didn't have bad stuff, but you couldn't even
Practically
give it away.
We had the same.
Yes.
That's part of. We didn't get rid of anything because we thought the kids would say sure.
Yeah.
But
They don't
I
want
don't
any
want your
of
old
it.
stuff.
Yeah.
That's what we heard. Yeah, our junk, except for a couple items. They
True. We used OfferUp on Facebook. That was
Yeah, that was
really
I've
great.
heard several people. Yeah,
Very
it must
helpful.
be good.
It was great
because
because
they come and pick it up.
yeah, I didn't even have to. I didn't have to worry about
Nice, yeah.
hauling it anywhere.
Did you get a fair
Yes.
price, or did you have to really
it's,
get
No.
it's I
It's
think
giveaway.
example, we had a treadmill was $1,000. We sold it for $200.
Ours was $1,000. We got 300.
Okay.
All right. We're right.
So there you go. So yeah, you don't make a
But
lot.
that's kind of sad. But it's
I
like,
know.
well, I'm glad
Get
that.
it out.
And the whole family room set, how much was
Yeah,
that go for?
I think-
$200, $250?
Yeah.
You know, it was a
something really-
couch, love seat,
it was,
end
It was
tables.
a great setup. They
yeah.
scored. So
Yeah, they did.
you know, but I'm happy because I don't have to lift anything to take
Right.
it out.
Right.
So that, I mean, that's a recommendation, is to use them.
Yeah.
You know, they basically are paying you instead of you spending the money to haul it away somewhere.
How about now? Do y'all take a car with you? Do you tow any kind of car? Or you just use your RV, or do you have an electric bike, or how do you get around?
I wish we had an electric bike. No, we have a little Fiat 500 that we tow. We don't even know it's back there.
Yeah, and when our camera went out in the back, we really didn't know it was back there. I was starting to worry
That
about
was
it.
scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, and the crazy thing was, because our prior RV, we didn't have a tow vehicle because we only would take a 10-day vacation. When we bought this rig, 3 months prior to hitting the road, it hit me. Wait a minute, we need a tow car, because I hadn't even thought about it. It didn't even cross my mind.
Oh.
So that was, you know, then we started researching. We thought about getting a smart car, but they're just too tiny, and we heard that there was issues with the wobble, with the front wheels being smaller at
And
first.
the Mini
anyway.
Cooper too is another.
And the
one,
Mini
but
Cooper.
That's 1,000 pounds heavier.
Heavier. So we ended up with the Fiat 500, and it's been great because you just put it in neutral. You don't have to worry about, and it's the manual. You put it in neutral, you don't have to worry about anything. And we have the Air Force One braking system, so all the braking stuff's internal on the Fiat, and all we do is just plug in the electric to it, and that's it. So it's, and of course hook it up, but it's been great. We just love it.
Do you do a lot when you get somewhere? Do you get set up and you do a lot of traveling around? Do you stay in the campground mostly, or do you?
No, we do. We travel around a lot. I think we've got 30,000 miles on this rig. When we bought it, it had 14,000. So, and our car's got 30,000. So we do a lot of driving wherever we're at. We like to explore and check stuff out. Plus, you know, going to the store every other day, stuff like that. But well, you couldn't do it without a tow car for sure.
Yeah.
No,
I would
exactly.
think so. Or you sure wouldn't be near as, I don't think, you wouldn't get the full bang out of
No, you
getting
wouldn't.
to know the area.
The only downside is when you meet other couples,
Oh.
it's hard. You know, you can't. To take everybody in our cars, like, you'd be like sardines in a can. You know? It's,
So how about, this is a 2010, so it's 9 years old. So you're gonna, because it's pretty, it looks like it's brand new almost, but maintenance issues start coming up after a while. How do you get your routine maintenance done, and what kind of money do you have any kind of budget for annual
yes.
maintenance?
Well, interestingly, when we bought it, it had 14,000 miles. The only thing that we've had gone wrong on this thing is we've had the step motor go out twice.
On the entry step.
On the entry step.
Okay.
We also have taken it to Tiffin, and they replaced our cap rails for free on both sides because they were under warranty, and they were starting to get little hairline cracks on it. So that was a 8-year-old rig, and Tiffin covered it still, which was amazing. They replaced our wiper blades, the arms. They replaced those under warranty, and it's funny because one time we were driving down the road, and my side, it was pouring raining, it just stopped
It
working.
just stopped.
Of course, it's
Abby's is working, but mine's
The
not.
drive side.
So they replaced that when we were there under warranty, which was great. And then we also had a bunch of work done. We replaced these seats. Those seats we had reupholstered and replaced. We put that washer dryer in. We put in sumo springs and shocks, new shocks.
porcelain bathroom sinks,
So
fixtures.
you're doing all that on your own, Nick?
On our own,
Yes.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But we've not had any kind of
Nothing major.
major, except our dash air, which we replaced all that, and it's still not working. So
Do you have a budgeted amount, or you said, or you just,
No.
well, when it comes up, then we'll address it?
yeah,
Yeah.
we
Okay.
just take it as it goes. We should, and we are trying to get on a budget here because of all the medical bills I had and all this, and just getting past what all the work we had done at Red Bay. Now we are, in my mind, I've got a budget, and so we just need to start discipline.
So I think you mentioned to us in that, I guess the first question is your experience with Tiffin is a big plus. You'd recommend
Yes.
Tiffin,
Oh,
Absolutely.
definitely. Yeah.
not only as a coach, but also the service and stuff.
Yes. Yeah. They're
Nice.
great.
And then the work you had done, you mentioned a company there that's not Tiffin, but it's
Right.
another company that
Bunkhouse.
did some of your upgrades you've done.
Yes, majority of our work was done at Bunkhouse. I think that's what they're called,
Bunkhouse RV.
And what
RV or
town
something.
is that in?
That's in Red Bay, Alabama,
Okay.
also.
It's right across the street from the Tiffin
From the-
service.
They
center.
just work on Tiffins, or they
No,
work?
they'll
Anything.
work on any RV.
Now the bunkhouse will work on any
Anything.
RV.
Yes, yeah.
Oh, nice.
So it's bunkhouse RV remodeling, something like.
Just
Nice.
Bunkhouse RV or something like that. Yeah.
And they're the ones that put in your chairs and.
Yep. They put this.
Do they sell you that stuff? Or you
Yes.
find it, you're on your.
They
sell
sold
it?
us this one that was on the floor, and then they have all kinds of furniture there. A lot of furniture is like when we had the couch removed to put this in, they have it there. So somebody will come in and go, "Oh, I'll take that couch." And
Exactly.
we did that with these two chairs you're sitting in. They were there. They were awesome looking, but it didn't match our color of this. So we just had them reupholster them
Nice.
and put those in because the chairs we had prior the leather was starting to deteriorate.
And-
These are very comfortable chairs. I am impressed.
Yes.
But you say
I
these
like
are
'em.
comfortable,
They're
but
out of an
when we was here the
Allegro
other
bus.
day, I said in those, they're both comfortable.
They're,
Those
they're
are,
very
it'd be
comfortable.
hard to pick which is the most comfortable. They are good.
These are
It's
great for
true.
driving. It's perfect for driving.
It's perfect for sitting in
Yeah.
too.
So where did you mention that you were from California? Then you might talk about going to Arizona. Is that where you domiciled in California, or
Well, you want to tell me?
We ended up domiciling in Florida.
that's a long way away? Why'd you pick Florida?
Well, for the healthcare, right?
Yeah, healthcare, but
and
also
the insurance.
yeah.
the smogging,
Since
yeah.
we were in Arizona, the state law there is after so many years you have to have your rig emission every year, and on the month you bought it. Well, we bought it in August, so. That would mean wherever we are in the country, we'd have to go back to 120
And you have to.
degree
There's
heat.
not a
Yeah.
workaround on that. You have to.
No,
No.
one time only. They'll give you
Oh,
a one
really?
time, yes. And so we ended up, I tried to change it with Arizona. They wouldn't do it. So we changed our domicile to Florida, which requires no emissions.
Cheaper insurance.
Well, for our area,
Yeah.
we're in Crestview. Insurance for that county or that city
Right.
is cheaper.
And when you domicile there, there's a company in that town. So
Right.
how did you get to pick that town? I mean, you
We-
can't just pick a town. You have to have an address in that town.
Yes, you get a mail forwarding service that's there. I think it's called My RV Mail, and so that's where we have our mail sent from, and that was the address we used to do our domicile.
What does that cost? Or
We pay I want to say $170 a year, I believe. It might be a little bit more, and that gets us the full service where you can have mail scanned, they'll shred it or whatever, or forward to you, whatever.
You domiciled in Florida, Abby. What do you like? Have y'all gone back there since then, or did you
No,
spend any time
that
there?
was the main reason we went there was
Did
to
you enjoy it?
domicile.
Oh,
And we spent 6 months there. It was great.
You told us that we were in Orlando,
Flags.
Miami Everglades.
Yes,
And y'all saw us there when we were there.
yes.
Is that, yeah.
We saw you when you pulled in, but we were just leaving that day, so we didn't get a chance to come over and talk to you guys. So when we saw you at Long Beach, I said, we're
And I think I saw Pearl at
Three Flags.
Three Flags. You always have a big smile on your face when you had
Tinker.
with you, but we didn't know about your channel back then.
It's not because of
really?
Tinker. She has a smile because she has such a nice husband.
Oh, okay.
She's so lucky with
That's
this
not what she
husband.
told me before the.
She won the husband lottery. So do you think y'all to go back to Florida, or have you done Florida, so that's checked off the list?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean, I really liked Orlando.
I love Orlando.
Yeah, and it was beautiful there. I'm sure we will at some point down the road.
Well, as young as you are, you probably go back 5 more times.
Yeah, we could maybe. But we do love the West Coast. I mean, we're definitely West Coast people.
Do you have any big plans that you're wanting to, like New England or Alaska or Mexico City?
Alaska. I would
Yeah.
love to do Alaska.
You think you will?
But
I don't
not in
know.
the RV.
Because we've heard too many horror stories.
Not in the
Do
RV.
you
Well,
think-
flying doesn't
Yeah,
count.
I know it doesn't. Originally, our second RV had been there 3 times, not with us, but the
Yeah.
prior owner.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and the people we bought this from were from Juneau, Alaska.
Oh,
But
really?
but the thing was that we've heard so much horror stories
But the
about
roads are so bad, it just
taking
tears
your rig
RV
there.
Yeah.
So that's what we're kind of afraid of, but I would love to do it.
Yeah.
So the people that you bought this RV from, they were from Juneau, Alaska?
Yes.
Did they have the RV
No,
in
they
Alaska?
had it in
we don't
Arizona.
think so, yeah.
I'll be darned.
Yeah, he was there for medical reasons, and so he bought the RV in Arizona.
I think they were staying in it while he was having treatment.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And so then we bought it afterwards. So
I'll be darned.
Abby, do you think you will? Do you have any desire to drive? Do you think you'll?
Well,
Pick
when
that
we
up at
hit
all?
South Dakota, we knew we'd be out in the middle of nowhere. I did get behind the wheel
Oh, you did?
for a little while.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
and
so
she's going to do it more.
we'll see.
Do you think you will?
Yeah, I think I will.
Maybe.
Good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good for you.
I need to help him out a little.
Yeah, I'm getting older now.
70s and 60s and this little 50 something.
Yeah, I know.
I don't even know how you
I
got the
feel old.
conversation. So you're doing all this traveling, you're out and about. I mean, do you miss family and friends and all that kind of stuff? Is that grandkids? You have grandkids
Yes.
at all?
We have 6.
6
We have
grandkids.
2 girls, and each one has 3. So I that is the hard part about being on the road.
Have the grandkids got to take any trips with you or anything
We've
yet?
taken 2 of them to Yosemite
Oh, now
when they
that'd
were
be
pretty
good.
little.
But not in this RV. It was
No,
a
it
car.
was the other RV. So yeah, I'd like to take
That's
the
fun.
kids on
Yeah,
some more
that would be
trips.
fun.
Yeah,
It
Yeah.
would be.
we do. We miss our kids. We miss our grandkids.
The girls aren't too happy about us doing this.
Yeah, that's been one.
Do they get to see pictures and video? Do y'all post? Do you have any
We
social media that?
We post on Facebook,
Yeah.
and we try to FaceTime the kids and to talk to
Yeah.
grandkids.
How old are the grandkids?
2 10-year-olds, 8, 7, 6, and
Oh,
2. Something
That'd be
like
great to
Ah.
take a handful of them out to the beach and
Yes.
to that place we went for lunch, a little
Yes.
Yes.
fish and chips.
Yes.
So can maybe you give us a little walkthrough on your coach,
Sure,
Abby or
anytime.
Charles? Alrighty. Do you do much cooking?
Well, Charles, if he does the barbecuing, I'll finish up some things inside here
Uh-huh.
on the stove top.
So you have like a 3-burner stove, is that what that is?
Mm-hmm.
And then a convection cooktop?
Right.
Now have you got used to the convection?
Yeah, I don't know what the fuss is. People seem to think it's hard. I don't have a problem with it.
Do
Yeah.
you do much baking or of any kind?
Yeah. Last
Atta girl.
Thanksgiving, we did the whole thing. We did how many pound turkey was that?
Pearl didn't like it to start with, but she's
I
got to where
made
she
the
cooks all
homemade
kind of
pie
stuff
and
now.
crust and everything.
Awesome.
Yeah, it was fun.
Nice.
Are you kind of comfortable with it now, sweetie?
I'm getting more comfortable with it.
Yeah?
I'm not cooking great big meals in it, but I'm getting there.
Big enough.
This was another thing I had switched out. I hate the double sink, so
Uh-huh.
I had a single sink put in.
So that was all at that same,
Yes.
what was the name of that?
Bunkhouse RV.
Bunkhouse
Yeah, it
RV.
makes it easier when you're cleaning a big pot or something, just to have the one sink. So
Uh-huh.
I like that.
And your fireplace, you gotta
Yeah, we
love
have
that.
put in. But
Now, does it actually warm? Do
yes,
you, yeah?
mhm. Yeah, so that's nice. And then typical RV fridge. You gotta go to the
Do you
store
have
every
any
couple-
problems with it? Does it keep everything cold? Or
Yes,
you
no
comfortable
problems.
with it? Yeah.
Just have to go to the store every few days.
Yeah.
And then it's nice because we have 2 separate sinks. You'll have to excuse. But there's
And this
a
is the
separate
same,
sink in
there's
there.
one in there? Yeah, that's
yeah,
what,
so that's nice.
yeah.
Like that. And then this is where they put the washer and
Oh, yeah. And you had that built. Let me back
Yes.
up here so it's,
Jamie.
so that wasn't there, that cabinet? What was there
There
before?
was a closet with a TV up on top,
Uh-huh.
and so they just pulled that out, and then they had to plumb it underneath that sink. So
Okay, just tapped into, okay,
yeah,
gotcha.
tapped into under there. So
And it works just fine. You
Yep,
really like
I
it, huh?
love it.
Yeah?
No more dirty laundromats for me.
And that's a wardrobe there, I guess.
This is Charles's
Okay.
side, and this is my side.
And you've got so the bed's easy to make?
Yes, nice walk around.
Beautiful. Oh,
And then
wow.
more storage. Oh, and we had a fan put in here because we have no circulation back here, no windows. That's an
Oh,
emergency
that window doesn't, okay.
So this is nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is lovely, lovely.
That's-
What size bed is that?
It's a queen.
Queen size bed?
Mhm.
Yeah, they're amazing.
I am impressed.
Very nice, Charles.
Thank you.
And I love the seats. What was there, a couch or some seats?
Just a regular love
Sleeper
seat.
sofa.
A love seat? Uh-huh.
Yeah, sleeper sofa, and we got rid of that and put these in, which is great because they, electric, they recline, and
You told me you had to cut down your window.
Yeah,
Val-
I had
balances.
to because this is about a 4-inch clearance to the wall, and so they had it out an extra 2 inches, and we didn't like the way that looked, so I just basically trimmed up these balances here, took off about 7 inches and reupholstered it. or
So
covered it
sticking
and-
out, you cut off 7 inches. That
yeah,
much?
so
Huh?
now when you do it,
Nice.
it can go all the way down,
Oh, yeah, you can lay
and
it
it clears the.
balance.
Just right, huh?
Yeah.
Some of you got some thought put into that.
Yeah, Abby wasn't too happy when I was shredding up there.
I don't think I blame
You
her.
did a good job.
I've got to say you did a very good job.
Yes, it looks
Thank
nice.
you.
Impressed.
So when the slides are in, can you function? Can you get to the fridge, the
Yes.
restroom, and everything?
Yes, everything.
Which is nice.
It's really nice. It's
Yeah.
something that, you don't think about when you're.
I guess there's some rigs you can't, or it's really tight.
It's very skinny.
Yeah, so that's
Yes.
that's nice.
So you've owned it a couple of years. You would not change. You're real comfortable with it. It's
perfect
home.
for us.
This is
Yeah.
it for us.
Yeah.
We're very happy with this rig, and we plan to stay in here, Lord willing, as long as we're healthy and able to do it.
And maybe even longer.
Yeah, we might get buried in it if.
Yeah.
That's a big burial.
So, but the thing is that even when we decide not to travel anymore, the plan is to still have this as our home.
We could get a pad.
Get a pad somewhere and park it, and we just live in
Yeah.
there. Because it's all we need.
It is. I think people would be surprised how quick it starts feeling like home. It's the living room and the kitchen and the
Yeah.
bathroom, but it's just.
It's all you need, really.
Yeah.
It makes you understand that saying, home is where we park it.
Exactly.
Yeah, so true.
Perfect saying.
Yeah.
And if you think about it, you have a big house, and you're not spending all your time all
You
over
can
the
only
house.
sit in
You're-
one spot, so
Yeah.
what difference does it
Yeah.
make if it's
Yes.
5,000 square feet or
Yes.
a couple hundred?
Yes.
Yes.
We're happy campers.
Well, I love your coach. I want to thank y'all so much
Thank
for
you.
sharing your afternoon with us and telling us all about your adventure.
Anytime.
All right.
Thank you.
We'll see you guys at the next exit.
You
All
got
right,
it.
sounds good.
So what do you think? Pretty slick rig, huh?
Perfect size. Nice, wonderful coach.
Yeah. They had a really bumpy time getting started with Charles'
They did.
issue, their medical problems, but they got that squared away. They, I think we'll get to meet them again down in Arizona.
In Arizona.
They said they're real anxious to get back and see their daughter.
Yes.
They got
have
2 daughters.
2 daughters and 6
6 grandkids.
grandchildren.
Yeah, so they're really anxious to get back and see all them guys. And hopefully we'll get to see them while they're down there too.
Yes.
But it was a great interview. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got something out of it. Check out the Tiffin Allegro
Open road.
Open Road. And until we see you again next time, folks, keep the wheels rolling.
Stay safe.
We'll see you at the next exit.
Bye-bye,
Bye-bye,
folks.
folks.